Yeah, that's right. Yeah, ouch. This ain't your grandma's podcast. We get what? We get weird. We get wild. We get wet up in here. This is podcast episode number 80. Coming to you from the floor, the bean. I set up a bean literally on the floor. I'm currently just chilling on the bean. I feel like you can tell where I am in my life. The closer I am to sitting on the floor during all times. Today we're drinking a Red Bull because it is about 10 p.m. at night. I know I'm going to have to edit this later to get it out on time. You guys may notice the intro is pretty cool. Let me get right back into it. Yo, you're listening to 101.5 The Cream. Bringing you top hits from Youch. There you go. I like those ones. These are some fun soundboards we got going on. Got some wacky tunes to listen to. Oh yeah. I just like having a bunch of royalty-free music going over everything. This whole podcast should just be royalty-free music in the background. Alright, let's get right into it. This is podcast episode 80. I forgot to... okay. New website. Might as well plug it. We are at the AfroMattt show. That is the AfroMattt show. That's AfroMattt with 3 T's. AfroMattshow.com. Not .net. Not .org. That's .com. The AfroMattshow.com. I put a lot of money into that website, so I mean not making it, but paying for the AfroMattt show. That URL, that domain. As always, we're gonna just start right off into Jew news. Once again, this is not news about Jews. This is Jew news. News brought to you in part by Jew. That's me. Although I am kind of looking more Italian today than anything else because of the handlebar mustache, 100%. I had someone. If you're just listening, I've shaved most of my beard off, all except my handlebar mustache, and now I look fully. I'm gonna be honest, retarded. I look like. What do I look like? So I got the Italian mustache. I got a Mario mustache. Mario Luigi mustache. I've got the nose of a full-on Jewish man. I've got almost no eyebrows. My eyebrows are almost non-existent. If it weren't for this high-def camera, you would not be able to see my eyebrows. And I've got the hair of a mixed black woman. I'm racially ambiguous. If I didn't tell you my race, you probably wouldn't even be able to guess that I'm French, 50% French. Yeah, who knows? Who knows who got up in there? For all I know, I'm Mongolian. All right, we're getting a little off track here. News. Late breaking. 100% true news. I only speak facts here. Alright, let's get right into some of the some fun stuff that's happening. Election season is almost in full swing. We're coming up on November something. I really don't care, to be honest. I don't care about the election. I don't care about the presidency. I don't care about much. Look, my cat's in the background sniffing stuff. I really don't care about much, to be honest. You know, so here's the news. Biden. Drone strike kills Al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zamarari, delivering quote-unquote justice. Dude, how many leaders of Al-Qaeda are there? You know, if you kill the leader, there's just going to be another goofy goober out there leading people to... Wasn't there a phase when, like, angsty American teenagers were going over to Iraq to join Al-Qaeda? I feel like that was a phase. Like American kids would just go there. They'd be like, fuck you, Mom. Fuck you, Dad. I'm running away. I'm going to go join Al-Qaeda. Joining Al-Qaeda. And then they would join. And then they would, like, not speak any Arabic or whatever they speak there. They would not speak any of their language. They would just get there and everyone's just screaming at them. And they're just like staring at them confused, and they're like, no, I want to join Al-Qaeda. I want to join Al-Qaeda. Someone take that. Imagine someone clip that, just me saying I want to join Al-Qaeda. Just that clip. Yeah, that was like a weird phase. I feel like I remember a story of like two like 20-somethings getting beheaded by Al-Qaeda or like being held ransom. That's fun. Ransoms are always fun. But here, let's listen to Joe Biden here. He has something to say. It's always fun when he has something to say here. Do not turn off my computer.
At my direction, the United States successfully concluded an airstrike in Kabul, Afghanistan that killed the emir of Al-Qaeda.
Thanks, Joe Biden. Airstrike. You know it's election season when airstrikes start happening.
Ayman al-Zawahiri. You know, Zawahiri was bin Laden's leader.
It sounded like he was going to share a nice, touching anecdote. You know, Zawahiri was a good father. Not only was he a good father, but he was a patient lover. His wife would sometimes show her ankle, and he wouldn't chemically castrate her. There was one time when we were in the bar, me and Zawahiri, and he looked at me, and we both knew that we should have been home. It was probably 2 o'clock. We both knew we had early work in the morning, but he looked at me, and we had a moment of understanding when, come on, this cat is ruining my freaking anecdote, Joe Biden's anecdote. He looked at me, and I looked at him, and we shared a moment when Zawahiri and I, we both just looked at each other, and I said to him, I know we should be getting home, but Hunter's been too much lately. And Jill just won't stop nagging me. And Zawahiri, he laughed, and we shared a moment. He bought me a drink, and we kind of bonded over that moment. Ever since, we knew how this relationship was going to end. He knew, you know, I'm the president of the United States. He's the leader of Al-Qaeda. It couldn't ever be. It was a sort of a Romeo and Juliet moment, but we knew how the story ends. Me carpet bombing a village with a drone. Him and his multiple underage wives. It really is paradise for both of us in the end. he gets to go and die and be with his 72 virgins. And I get to live and be with my 72 virgins. Let's listen to his little anecdote. I like how he started that off. It sounded like a touching, heartfelt moment.
Afghanistan that killed the emir of Al-QUAEDA, Ayman al-Zawahiri. You know, Zawahiri was bin Laden's leader. He was with him the whole time. He was his number 2 man, his deputy at the time the terrorists attacked 9/11. He was deeply involved in the planning of 9/11. One of the most responsible for the attacks that murdered 2,977 people on American soil.
No Jews.
For decades,
no Jews in the
he was
tower.
The mastermind behind
That's
attacks
so funny.
against Americans, including the bombing of the USS Cole in 2000, which killed 17 American sailors and wounded dozens more.
Do you think that Al-Qaeda was pissed when they found out that no Jews died in 9/11? This is one of those episodes that might get taken down.
He played a key role in the bombing of U.S. embassies in Kenya and Tanzania, killing 220.
Dude, this guy, Ayman al-Zawahiri, has a resume that would make any terrorist jealous. He's been a part of every major catastrophe. He was part of the Uvalde shooting. The Uvalde, what was it called? Uvalde? He was part of the Las Vegas shooting. He played a major role not only in 9/11 but also in several attacks on U.S. embassies.
And wounding over 4,500.
He played a major key role in arresting Jeffrey Epstein.
Others. He carved a trail of murder and violence against American citizens, American service members, American diplomats, and American interests. And since the United States delivered justice to bin Laden 11 years ago, Zawahiri has been a leader of Al-Qaeda, the leader.
The leader.
From hiding, he coordinated Al-Qaeda's branches and all around the world, including setting priorities for...
Dude, how are you supposed to command a terrorist organization from a cave? Dude, I can't even get service like in the bathroom where I work. And this guy's like somehow from a cave in the Middle East, organizing the biggest, dare I say, most effective terrorist organization to ever exist. Ayman al-Zawahiri, I mean, finally dead. I mean, no one knew your name, and honestly, no one can say your name. So, no, probably no one will ever remember your name. He wore glasses, though, which is pretty unique for a terrorist, I feel. It gives him more of a sophisticated look. They kind of gives him a Gandhi look. I know he's far from Gandhi, but yeah, let's move on to the next story. We're just going to start playing this between every news segment. Segment number 2. The news. Brought to you by a Jew. Okay. Here we go. Shakira tax fraud? Question mark. Shakira tax fraud case. Prosecutors seek 8 years in prison. $24 million fine after singer rejects plea deal. What's going on? Let's listen. Shakira.
Fox Nation's hit series is back. Brian Kilmeade hosts.
Oh, hell no. Who is Alec Baldwin?
Go inside the actor's rise to stardom and the controversies that made their way to the public stage. Who is Alec Baldwin? Streaming now only on Fox Nation. Sign up today.
Great. Okay. So we're going to skip that. International pop star Shakira could face both a hefty prison sentence and a fine if convicted for trial for alleged tax fraud. Prosecutors in Spain are requesting Shakira be sentenced to 8 years and 2 months in prison and pay a fine of 24 million euros. Shakira was offered a settlement agreement but rejected it, choosing to go to trial. That's brave. That's ballsy. Either that or she didn't have 24 million on hand. Representatives for Shakira told Fox News Digital Shakira has always cooperated and abided by the law, demonstrating impeccable conduct as an individual and a taxpayer, and faithfully following the counsel of PricewaterhouseCoopers, and prestigious and globally recognized tax firm. Unfortunately, the Spanish tax office, which loses 1 out of every 2 lawsuits with its taxpayers, continues to violate her rights and pursue her yet another baseless case. Shakira is confident that her innocence will be proven at the end of the judicial process. Interesting. So, the Spanish government sees Shakira, a boss queen, a girl boss, and thinks that they can get a nice clean buck. But little do they know that Shakira, not only was she not committing tax fraud, but she also, her hips don't lie. And I'm sure when you look at her paperwork, they won't lie either. Yeah, look, it's late. I didn't write. You want me to go through and write jokes for this? What is this, a stand-up? This is a late night television show. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Saturday Night Show. Today we have a great set for you. We have on drums, we've got Shoe Nice. What's that guy's name? It's something like that. Shout out to the band today. We've got Justice League with guest stars Shakira, Shaquille O'Neal, Derek Johnson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and your host, AfroMattt. And then everyone starts clapping. I come out and then I do my monologue. Hey, so what's the deal with Al-QUAEDA? Everyone's just kind of like looking around kind of awkwardly. What's the deal with Al-QUAEDA? I mean, what's the deal? Like, they've got this dude in a cave and he's got phone reception. What's up with that? Let's talk about it. Also, what's the deal with Shakira? Shakira, more like, Shuck, you should have paid your taxes. Everyone's just kind of like, everyone just goes absolutely crazy because there's a giant applause sign. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with our new guest host, we have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Dwayne, what's up? Hey, I just wanted to promote my new movie. It's called Super Dog. And yes, I am co-starring with Kevin Hart. And yes, I am playing a strong dog. And I am strong. I hate that. I hate that The Rock. The future, I'm going to be honest here. The future of all cinema is The Rock. Like, you know how Carrie Fisher was photoshopped in, like, CGI'd into the new Star Wars movie? It's going to be, Dwayne is going to license out, like, a digital copy of his face, and Dwayne Johnson will just be The Rock. Like, every movie that Dwayne Johnson is in, he's just playing Dwayne Johnson. He's just playing The Rock. The Rock as The Rock in Jumanji. The Rock as The Rock in Tooth Fairy. That's a throwback. The Rock as The Rock in The Rock. The Rock as The Rock in Jumanji 3. The Return of Jumanji. I think creativity's dead. I think it is. Like, what has every idea been thought of? Here, let's come up with let's just prove that creativity's not dead. Let's brainstorm some things. All right, a new sitcom. Everyone loves a nice sitcom, right? There's new sitcoms. Let's actually look at some of the new sitcoms. Sorry, I'm like on the ground here. I have to pull up new sitcom. Let's see what we're working with. Let's see the competition. Let's see what we got going on here. Sitcoms. Oh, it's sitcoms for 2022. Situational comedy. Here we go. Bro, there's like... Let me just type this into Google. New sitcoms coming in 2022. You know, I think I saw one that's called like Everything's Fine. Or Everything's on All Right or something. It's like about a couple boss bitches or boss queens. Sitcom. Everything's All Right. Something like that. Two dope. I think it starts Two Dope Queens. Two Dope Queens. No. Dude, I literally don't know. Two Dope Queens new show. Maybe I literally completely missed the show. Okay. Well, I guess they don't have a TV show coming out. It's just a podcast. Oh, great. I just wasted 15 minutes trying to find out if the Two Dope Queens had a HBO new movie coming out. I swear it was some stupid show where like they just walk around and talk about their dick. All right, let's come up with a new sitcom. You've got to have a white guy as not the lead, but kind of the side lead, because you got to get the white audience first. If you can get the white audience on board with the sitcom, you might have yourself a good situation with the the Bazinga. What's that guy? Big Bang Theory. So you got to have like a weird nerdy dude. So let's get a guy who's kind of stuck inside. He's kind of agoraphobic. That will relate with people. And he's kind of agoraphobic. He is Q. He's QAnon, right? The guy who does all the Q drops and got all those people to raid the Capitol, but no one really. It's not really revealed until the end. But you kind of get, it's kind of the joke, the running joke is like, he might be Q. Right? Like the running joke is, every now and then he'll say something super suspicious. He's like, they're like, so he'll have like a couple roommates, right? And they'll be living in California, and there'll be like 5 roommates because they all have to share one room. Oh, a 2-bedroom apartment with 5 people, and he's secretly Q. The show's called Secretly, Secretly with a Q, Secretly, right? So he's secretly Q, and and all of his roommates are like, there's a lesbian couple, but one of them's like super butch, right? She's like almost a dude, but in a really cool way, to where like as a dude you're like, I want to hang out with that. It's like one of the guys. Like she's into football. She tackles. She throws hands. She like punches. She daps you up. She's one of those cool guys. She wears big, like jerseys and stuff. And then the other one's like a really hot lesbian, right? So now you've got everything that you could want. She's like a Shakira type. She's like racially ambiguous, but like super hot. And so they're sharing an apartment. And this whole time that they don't know that he's Q, and he's secretly doing these drops. So they're like, hey, his name's Quinn. Hey Quinn, you want to come with us to a party? We're going to the gay bar down the street. And he's like, oh, nice. When are you going? He's like, next week. And he's like, oh shit, next Saturday? And they're like, yeah, what's wrong? He's like, that's January 6th. And then, like, there's like an awkward pause. I think this would be a really good sitcom. It's like kind of poking fun at QAnon, but also it's like there's a couple episodes where it gets a little too real. Like they show footage of the JFK assassination. Like never before seen angles of the JFK assassination that they just found in storage. They like paid thousands and thousands of dollars to just play it. And it's like a scene where Q's like, he's like watching it, and then they knock on his door and they're like, what are you doing in there, Quinn? And he's like, nothing. And then they open the door because he forgot to lock it, and he slams the laptop shut. And they're like, were you watching porn? And he's like, yes I was. And then that gets a good laugh because he would that's the classic gag right there. No, I was not watching never before seen angles of the JFK assassination. All right, I'm sinking too far into this couch. Okay, let's move on. What were we even talking about? How did we even get there? All right. This Red Bull's keeping me alive right now. Okay, what is this? Recession. Okay, we are fully in a recession now. We have 2 quarters of negative GDP. So that is the textbook definition of a recession. If you ever see 2 quarters of a negative GDP, it means that we are in a recession. So for the first time since 2009, the U.S. gross... Oh, I forgot to do the little sound effect before. Nope, that's the intro. Oops. Here we go. Stranger Things, but not stranger than the world you're living in. Oh, mysterious Arabic music. Okay. For the first time since 2009, the U.S. gross domestic product was negative for 2 quarters in a row after dropping 1.6 during the first quarter of 2022. GDP fell another 0.9 in the second quarter, according to the Bureau of Economic Analysis. Now, what does this mean? This means we are in a recession. What does that mean? It means that You're going to have to learn how to spend your money on not, I guess, stuff that doesn't need your money. So that means no more trips to Starbucks and more trips to the liquor store, right? You got to replace one vice with another. That's how you do it. Anyone who's had an addiction knows that you never really get rid of an addiction. You just replace it with another addiction. Like, at least people with addictive personalities, like, you like something. Like, there's a time when I was super addicted to video games. It was like all I did. And now all I do is think about ways to suicide. That's a joke. I tweeted this earlier, but it was pretty. I thought it was pretty funny, but I said, because I had used BetterHelp for a while, and I tweeted that, and this was based on a true story, but I said, you've overshared when your virtual therapist asks your location. Man, it's funny. I used to do my therapy sessions from the parking lot of a Barnes and Noble, so that if he asked, like, there was one time when he's like, I'm like, man, I'm like, I would never think about hurting myself. I'm like, I'm not that sad about this, but I'm like, but would you bring kids into this world with the way the world is? I'm like, I barely even want to live here. And he's like, are you still at the Barnes & Noble right now? I'm like, I never told you I was at a Barnes & Noble. I just, like, kicked it into gear and I just left. Yeah. I really do hate therapists. Like, dude, how are you supposed to say things if they take everything so seriously, bro? Like, I can't make one suicide joke without you calling the cops on me, and then I end up in a hospital with no shoelaces. Dude, I do not want to kill myself. They're jokes. I enjoy my time on this planet. I enjoy food. I enjoy my podcasts. I enjoy things. I enjoy weekends. I enjoy long drives in the rain. I don't enjoy taxes. I don't enjoy work and long hours of it. I do not enjoy... I feel like I'm on that show, Dating on the Spectrum. They have the funniest likes and dislikes. Let me see if I can pull one of those up. Johnny doesn't like when people chew with their mouth open. Let's play this. Dating on the Spectrum. Let's see. Likes and dislikes. Here we go. Let's see if some of these. Damn, it doesn't have like their little clips. Man, I was hoping to just see a little clip. Here, what's this?
So, do you think you're ready to start dating?
Probably not, but I've been reading a lot online and I feel people have their own notions as to what they should be doing.
Dude, these autistic people, like, as you watch these autistic people, you realize that they're smarter than you in every single way except socially. Like, autistic people are just the only thing that they're bad at is social cues. And it's like, I'm dumb compared to them in every aspect, and I'm just barely better at social cues. Like, that makes me almost retarded. just barely. Just barely. Like this guy talks. This guy Michael. Dude, Michael talks like... Dude, I love this show. Michael. Someone pull up Michael for me. Dude, Michael is the GOAT. Dude, Michael's the best.
I don't really need to introduce myself because you already know who I am. Michael, of course.
And why are you back?
I'm continuing my quest for true love.
If you guys have not watched this show, dude, watch Dating on the Spectrum. Michael's the GOAT.
I just can't bear the thought of being single my entire life because it's lonely, it's boring, and it's also unfulfilling, and it makes you feel like you lack a purpose.
Dude, like, these people are so profound while being like... They literally just tell it how it is. I just want to find a love because my life is meaningless without one. I'm just trying to find someone to look at me like I look at my fish. Like these people, they're just so... They're kind souls. And that's why when I say retarded, I mean it in not a mean way. Because these people, they're very smart and they're very kind and they're honestly the nicest souls on the planet. I don't think there's ever been a case of a person on the spectrum, you know, like one of these people, like openly shooting a mall. Like, I can't imagine Michael in his pursuit for love ever even having a negative thought.
I can't see myself without a wife. There's no other way for me. Oh. Your top looks absolutely amazing.
Dude, I love when they're on dates.
And so does your hair color. I'm actually a Germanophile.
Yeah.
A Germanophile is somebody that loves German things.
Very nice.
I'm also a bit of an Anglophile.
So you love English culture?
Hold up.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
They're cheeses.
I don't know.
Dude, they are the best on dates, bro. They are the best on dates. They're straight up like, this conversation's going really poorly. I'd rather not talk about that. Okay. Do you want to talk about fish now? Like, they're just like so upfront. You got to watch the show. It's so good. But they're just like upfront about everything. They literally cut straight to the point. Like when we go on a date, like, I don't want to say normal people, but I mean, yes. I mean, everyone's a little bit on the spectrum, let's be honest, but you know, everyone's kind of like they're playing around with the conversation and they're trying to say things without saying it. They're like, "Oh, that's a nice top." Or, "Hey, you look nice tonight." And then they're like, they show up and it's like, "Oh, you're radiant today. You're looking absolutely radiant. I love you." And they'll just say "I love you" on the very first 5 seconds of meeting someone. "I want to be with you for the rest of my life. I cannot see myself without you. Oh, if I were to leave this restaurant without you, oh, my life would be over." Like, they're just the kindest souls. You gotta watch that movie. It'll put a smile on your face. If you're ever depressed, put on Dating on the Spectrum. Let's see. Slim Thick. So this is a Slim Thick event. 2022. So apparently so this is a pool party, I guess, organized by, looks like probably 150 to 200 very large black women, African American, queens, Lizzo size. I'm going to be honest, Lizzo size. Like, if there was more people in the pool, like if 3 more people hopped in the pool level would rise above the level. Like, if everyone in the pool right now got out, I think the pool might be empty. But there's a lot of, I'm not fat shaming, but they're big women. It's called Slim Thick Con, or what's it called? This is called Slim Thick 2022. So it's like a known event. All the big queens, the BBWs out there get together to, I guess just cater. I guess they like rent out a pool and a bar and just eat all the food or something. But the best parts is the comments. So I'll read some of the comments. Let me read some of the comments for you. How do I read comments on the Twitter, dude? Show more replies. Oh, the guy who created the video, he said, Lamau, I can't believe this video is going viral, but negativity ain't even necessary. You MF show y'all miserable daily on this bitch. They should have had a bigger pool / space. It's mad beauties there, but looks too crowded. Imagine the smell. Dude, I was seeing some funny ones earlier. Someone said, why are the big ones look so bored? And then someone replied, because they're hungry. You know, I mean, they're big queens doing big queen shit, so it is what it is. All right, let's move on to TikTok time. We're rounding up this episode here. We got a few TikToks. I don't have a TikTok noise, do I? Okay. TikTok time. We're getting wacky and goofy. Oh. We're getting wacky and goofy. Are you guys ready for TikTok time? This is the part of the show where Matt shows his curated TikToks of the week. Today we have imagine I have nothing today. No, I have something. Here we go. Let's start off with this. This is fun. This is a man tripping.
I'm adventuring.
Where are you adventuring to?
Places I haven't been before. I just want to get to level 9.
What's at level 9?
So this is at like I guess an EDM rave concert. He's interviewing this dude just tripping balls.
It's one past level 8.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm not a man, I'm a turtle.
I would have thought you were a man.
Well, at first I thought I was a level 4 alligator, but I'm a level 9 turtle.
Holy shit, dude. He went from 8 to 9 mid-interview. My cat's on my chair back there. Dude, I'm a turtle. I thought I was a level 3 alligator, but I'm actually a level 9 turtle.
Yeah. I'm not a man, I'm a turtle.
I would have thought you were a man.
Well, at first I thought I was a level 4 alligator, but I'm a level 9 turtle.
That's fun. That's fun. Alright, let's play this one. This guy played a prank on his family. Nuclear missile prank.
Missiles launched have been intercepted. The 8 remaining missiles will strike the following.
Excuse the vulgarity, please. It is an African American family. So they can say this. They can say the N-word. That's for YouTube primarily. So he played this message on his, I guess, his main screen, his main TV in the main room, and it's like a nuclear missile warning.
4 of the 12 missiles launched have been intercepted. The 8 remaining missiles will strike the following locations in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Los Angeles, San Diego, Chicago, Phoenix, New York City, Philadelphia, and Seattle. Within a 300-mile radius of these areas, everyone should seek out a fallout shelter as soon as possible. Nuclear fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks.
Nigga, let's go.
And prolonged exposure to it will
Let's
almost
go,
certainly
nigga.
kill you.
Right now.
If a nearby area has been
A
designated
shelter,
as a
nigga.
fallout shelter, get there right away. Otherwise, seek refuge on the lowest floor of a sturdy building's interior. Make sure you have enough food, drink, and a battery-operated radio.
Nigga, let's go find some. Nigga, for real, this ain't no joke, cuz.
Nigga, we ain't got no fucking money.
Nigga, seek out. Use a nigga to look up for the nearest one.
Seek out, bro.
Hey, let me see your phone.
That's a fun prank. Not only is it fun because it terrifies them, but it's funny because it's kind of a meta in a way that it's funny, because it's funny that they even believed it. Like, that it's a possibility that at any day the US would just blast all the TV screens with, hey, we are being nuked currently. Try to get to the lowest level of your home. You know, it kind of puts you in, it kind of makes you think, how would I respond? Not you thinking how would AfroMattt respond. No, how would you personally respond if you saw this is a warning. 12 nukes have been launched from North Korea. The designated zones of hit are Orange County, New York. I don't know any counties over there. I know that they always say counties for some reason. LA, New York, Chicago, Seattle. And imagine how happy the places being nuked would make Texans. Although probably one of theirs would get hit. Austin, Miami. Just like the spots being nuked or like the biggest blue populations, everyone else in the country are just kind of like, okay. They're like totally for. There would be people, if we got nuked today, there would be people who would genuinely be like, well, less of them goddamn liberals. Less of them goddamn libtards. That's what I say. Good riddance with them. As we're being nuked, they send out an angry minion meme on Facebook. Well, one less liberal. One less liberal town. Guess who's winning this election? It's a minion with the caption, guess who's winning this election? Well, guess who's winning this election? With like a nuke in the background. Like a giant cartoon, like Acme nuke. Bugs Bunny on a giant nuke. Alright, let's continue. That was a fun one. I gotta take a shit. That Red Bull makes me freaking turtle.
So I'm an ignorant white person, and I have a question that I would like answered by the black community. So I was at Home Goods yesterday, and I was looking at their cool water bottles, and I came across this unbelievably cool cup created by a black individual that depicts a woman of color with the words strong and rainbow on them. So I saw this, and I was like, holy crap, it's so cool. Like, I want this flask. So, it's not a flask, whatever it is. I want it so bad. But I looked at my partner, I was like, does me buying this look like whether it be appropriation or fetishizing or like anything in between, like white savior vibe? Like if like a black individual saw me with that, would they be happy that I purchased black art, or would it come off like like one of those three things. I really want to get it, and I want to go back and get it, but I want to make sure that it doesn't come off like funky. You know what I mean? So if there's any individual who could give me some understanding, that'd be cool.
Imagine posting this on TikTok and being like, yeah, that's it. That's the one. Dude, I'm going to be so cool. I'm going to get so many African Americans to respond to this and be like, hey, you're good. Hey, you're good to buy that drink. That cup that you were thinking about buying, that's okay. You can buy that now. Because we said so. It is not racial fetishizing me. It's not racial fetishization. It is supporting black-owned companies. Imagine having to ask, as an adult, imagine having to ask, like, as anyone over, I guess, age 12, asking anyone whether you can buy anything with your own money. Like, if you're 13 and you got $20 for your birthday, imagine making this video. Hey, I just got $20, but I saw this cool looking Fortnite skin, but the Fortnite skin it's an African American. So I'm asking the African American community if it's racially fetishizing if I buy the purchase the skin with my V-Bucks and then wear the skin. Thanks, guys. Imagine if that. I guess you have to imagine that world and imagine if you want to live in it. Because honestly, I kind of do. I like these videos because they make me laugh. They make me say, there is good in this world. There are still people that care about other people's feelings. Alright, let's move on to the next clip. This is an office.
Take no for an answer. Every single call, a lead or a paycheck. Don't take no for an answer. Whatever you want to change your life.
Jesus, this is like a sales room. His name is Big Mike. Big Mike. Big Mike's gonna sell you some car insurance.
Take no for an answer. Every single call, a lead or a paycheck. Don't take no for an answer. Whatever you want to change your life, buy a stupid fucking car. Do it today. Change it today.
Jesus. That work environment is less than ideal. Imagine you're interviewing for that job and they're like, yeah, we've got a chill environment. Look, this is the break room where we all do creatine shots. If you're ever feeling down, we have, while you're making your calls, your cold calls, we've got poppers in the fridge if you want to take some poppers. Get yourself real hyped up. In the bathroom, we have syringes where you can inject yourself with performance-enhancing drugs. And then if you talk to Ricky, he can get you some dust. He calls it his cold calling dust. We call him cold call coke, because he does coke when he cold calls. And he makes so much goddamn money. You see that Lamborghini in the hallway? You see that Lamborghini in the lot? That's mine, but you see that BMW parked next to it? That's cold call cokes. He makes so many calls. Every goddamn call is an opportunity to make money. That's what these people are about. And the energy they bring is a lot different than the one I bring. I'm the best at my motherfucking job. I'm the best at my motherfucking job. I just want to say some words of affirmation, because my office actually gave us some affirmations to repeat to ourselves. I want to see if I can find those. I believe I sent them to someone. My office, if you don't know, I have a sales job, and that means that everyone's a guru. And when everyone's a guru, here we are. 100 powerful affirmations to make the sale. I have what it takes to make more sales in my business. The more I sell, the easier it gets. I now accept help on my other tasks, so I focus on selling. And he said to choose one of these and say it 15 times to yourself in the mirror. My favorite one is, making money is my birthright. 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 Now, there's people that actually do this and actually believe this. Like the guy that was coaching us, my boss paid for like a coach to come in and, or I guess Zoom in, and he does a coaching call with all of us, and he's like, now choose one of these and say it to yourself every day. He's like, this one's my favorite. And he like just, I guess, chose one that he likes to say. And he's like, I say this every day. He's like, I'm comfortable and confident in everything I do. I'm like, he's like, I say that to myself every day. So I just wanted to leave this with you, that it actually is. Salespeople are just astrology girls that make way more money. They're like, dude, so are you like a D, an I, a S, or a C? Yeah, what's your disc profile, man? Yeah, I'm a disc. Yeah, I'm a D. I'm a driver. Yeah, I'm kind of a CEO type. Yeah, I scored really high on the I. I'm just really driven. And I have great... I don't even know what the I stands for. If you ever get a job in sales, it's all just wishy-washy bullshit. No one really knows. Everyone failed into the position that they're in. If you are selling homes, it's the last thing you planned on doing. No kid is like, when I grow up, I want to be a realtor. No, it's you become a realtor because you have no prospects, right? You're like, I tried a job. I didn't like that job. I want to work for myself. Essentially, what you're saying is, I want to do less work and make more money, which, I mean, everybody wants. So you're like, I want to work on my time. So you quit your job and you become a realtor, and you're like, oh wait, this kind of sucks. Now I actually have to work on this. And in real estate, working means that you just have to lie better than the other people. When you realize that the best people in real estate lie the best, like the talent, every job has a talent, right? For instance, a waiter, the talent that you have is being able to put up with people, memorizing orders, smiling, being attractive, physically attractive in most cases. The talent you have to have for becoming a realtor is you have to be the most convincing liar. That is the only thing that really matters, is how well you can convince people that not only you believe what you're saying, but that they should also believe the things that you are saying. Anything that a realtor says to you in casual conversation or sitting around, anytime that they're talking about money, anything that could lead to them making money is pre-planned almost to a T. It's been planned. They've practiced it with other people. They've practiced it in almost an identical situation as yours with other people, strangers, co-workers, around an office table, going through scripts, dialogue, options. If they say this, this is what you say. Ways to close the deal. Ways to get them to sign. Ways to never leave your house without a signature. I mean, real estate is really just... I mean, while you're calling people who can lie the best. And you know they're lying because every realtor will say every time is the best time to buy. And if you ever meet a realtor that tells you that now is not a good time to buy, that might be the only realtor who's not lying to your face. Realtors will tell you that in a seller's market, it is a great time to buy. And then 10 years later, in a buyer's market, they'll tell you that it's a great time to buy. They'll tell you that it's a great time to sell your home in the middle of a buyer's market. And they'll tell you that now is a great time to sell your home in the middle of a seller's market. It doesn't, once you realize that it doesn't matter what time, when it is, realtors will always find a way to live in a world where it's always the best. The best is always for them. The best for them is you doing a deal, selling or buying, or hey, sometimes both, right? Now, I don't hate realtors, but I just wanted to leave you with that. I work with several of them, so I just wanted to leave with some daily words of affirmation. Making money is my birthright. 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 Thanks for listening. Oh, I almost forgot the outro. Bow, 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 bow. Here we go. Thanks for listening to the AfroMattt Show. Catch us on AfroMattt.com. TheAfroMattshow.com. TheAfroMattshow.com. Thanks for listening.